My life seemed pretty normal on the 6th of March. Got up, went through my morning routine, went to Malvern Prep, taught 3 classes, left Malvern Prep, caught some lunch on my way to the gym to work out with my good friend, mentor, and inspiration, Jim Gorman. Went home, caught a 20-minute nap, and I was off to Kildare's Irish Pub in Westchester, Pennsylvania to meet friends and colleagues alike for some food, beverage, and Irish music with my good friend Vince Snyder and the Malarkey Brothers. And the discussion centered around this new virus. The next day, I was scheduled to have some more fun for the weekend with my dear brother Michael and his wife Suzanne, and my good friend Jim Stewart and his fiance, and Scott Taylor. We took a bus right up to the northeast section of Philadelphia, spent the afternoon watching some good Irish music and enjoying some adult beverages, and people started to talk about this virus. Lo and behold, the virus became a crazy problem in the world, and it leads to the theme of this video, which is conquering the uphill battle. And our new uphill battle, distance learning. So, the following Friday, Malvern Prep had already scheduled a distance learning day, ironically, and COVID-19 became a reality in our lives. I was informed that school was going to be shutting down for the foreseeable future. On another ironic twist of fate, it was actually the 50th year of my existence on the 13th of March. And if anything my life has taught me, it is play the hand you are dealt. In many ways, COVID-19, it keeps teaching us this lesson. You can't really change the big picture. You just have to go with the flow, learn how to deal with it, and play the hand you are dealt. Distance learning, a new form of the educational experience. So, one of the focus of this video is to discuss my, accomplishments or best practices of distance learning. So, make room to Zoom. I remember my first Zoom session was actually with my Tuesday evening St. Joe's students. I sat in a room alone and I started discussing fiscal policy and taxation versus government spending, or the combination of either one of those two approaches to address a recession, and how and why the government should be an active participant in the downward phase of the business cycle. And after talking for about 10 minutes, I asked a question. Is anyone paying attention? It was such a weird teaching experience to speak, talk, demonstrate, and have zero visual feedback, zero auditory feedback, and no body language from students. So I quickly realized that as a educator in the virtual world, you had to do your best to replicate what is taking place in a real classroom through our virtual tools. And it's not easy. There is no body language, and you have to remind students to turn on their cameras and unmute themselves so they can participate. But with a little bit of practice, I think my best practice of COVID-19, the coronavirus distance learning exercise is improving my interaction with students through the virtual tool of Zoom. So you've been broken and you've been hurt. Show me somebody who ain't. Well, I know I ain't nobody's bargain, but hell, a little touch-up and a little pain. You might need something to hold on to when all the answers they don't amount to much. I just want someone to talk to, and a little of that human touch. Just a little of that human touch. Yes, the boss is always right. The thing I miss most is the interaction with my colleagues and the students and that human touch that you just can't replicate through virtual learning. That's why I'm looking so forward to the possibility of being back on campus in the fall.